What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we are going to check out Elden Ring ray tracing update at 1440p. We already did 1080p and that did not do well, so I'm not expecting the 1440p to go any better, but hey, sometimes it's weird and it does, especially because I do all my testing on external, so since it's hooked up to the capture computer, that treats it like an external monitor, so it gets a little bit of an upgrade from that, but as you've seen from my videos, in most games, it's not like, oh my god, end of the world differences. Mostly in esports, so maybe one of these days I should do like an esports external monitor video where I just go, not even just esports, but like, I guess esports, like anything like Modern Warfare, Battlefield 5, or 2042, or whatever the fuck the new one's called, you know, just do all those, Fortnite, Valorant, you know, all of that kind of shit, and just see how that affects it. Play some on the external monitor, and now that I got, what do you call it, super resolution, I can also do 1440p just on my desktop without external monitor hooked up. So that's also cool. Glad I figured out how to turn that on in the settings. But anyway, why don't we now stop wasting time and get this guy hooked up to the capture computer so we can get a little bit of some footage. So let's hop to it.
Well, alright, let's try some 1440p out now for the ray tracing update. We're going to start on low just like we did at 1080p and work our way up to maximum. We're just going to leave the game maxed out. And there we go. Already reached the bottom, so might as well go jump on into the game and see how it does, which is still probably not very well. Well, alright, here we go. With ray tracing on low at 1440p. So let's just run around a little bit. And of course, if there's any place anyone else would like to see me go with this update, I've been pretty much everywhere there is in this game, so just ask and ye shall receive. I just figured I'd come here because I knew this place was sunny and full of light. And I figured what I wanted to do was go around into the frickin' forest over there, but then I got into my keeping in the same running around circle thing that I do to try to keep things the same in every single one, so it's not having too many variables, so I didn't really go through the forest much. And if I had, I would have realized, oh wow, that's even worse in there. So just because you can run around this place and stay at like 60 on something doesn't mean you will everywhere. I learned that on the secondary computer. I thought everything was good. I bet if I would have gone in there, nope, wouldn't have been. Not even close. Because I went in there with my main computer, we're in the 40s. So, I don't think I would run ray tracing in this game on anything, but we're still going to do it on everything just to show you how it runs. It definitely looks pretty, but I don't think it looks good enough to warrant this kind of performance. No siree. It's not like cyberpunk ray tracing quality. But I will commend them for at least trying. And hey, maybe in a few years come back, play the game with like RTX 6000 series and the 10,000 series AMD cards and all that shit, and come back and be able to do a 60 with ray tracing in the game. Who knows? Anyway, let's move on. Well, now it's time for medium ray tracing quality, so let's go look at the settings again here, and then we'll get into the game. Well, alright. That's the bottom, so let's get into the game again and see how medium fares. Now we've bumped up the ray tracing to medium quality now. So again, let's just run around a little bit. Yeah, this is a very fun game, though. And even though it doesn't have the world's best graphics, I still think they look pretty good. Especially for being a gigantic, wide-open world that it is. All right, though. Let's move on to the next RT setting. So now we've got some high ray tracing quality. So let's just look through all these settings real quick. All right, now to the game. All right, here we go with some high ray tracing gameplay now. And yeah, pretty much more of the same. But yeah, this is not exactly optimal FPS, in my opinion. Some people might be fine with this, but not me. And it definitely looks a little bit better with the lighting and stuff, but this is not a night and day difference where it's like, all right, yeah, I definitely don't want to have 60 FPS anymore. It's like, no, give me that 60 FPS. Well then, I think that's just about good, so why don't we now move on to the next ray tracing setting. Alright, now we're going to do maximum ray tracing quality. So, let's just go through the settings one more time here, and then we'll get into the game. But alright, that's the bottom, so to the game we go. Well, alright, now, here we are. Maximum ray tracing now. And that definitely seemed to drop our FPS like a couple. Not drastic. But I think we were always getting about 30. I think we were getting like 34, 36 back here before, so now we're down like to 33, 34. So yeah, we might have lost like 2 FPS or something, but this thing's just so bad at ray tracing, I just don't think it matters what you do. I would just personally not run this game on the laptop with ray tracing, but hey, I just wanted to show you guys how it runs. And of course, if there's any place else in the game you'd like me to go and test the ray tracing in, just let me know. I don't mind. Just let me know the place and I can go and travel to it and we can run around and get the same kind of video. Yep, ray tracing definitely hits hard. And then after we're done with this video, we'll go and see how my secondary computer with the RTX 3090 and 5800X 3D handles this game. I know it's not ultra-wide supported, but I just kind of want to see how last-gen card handles this, you know? But now, let's go wrap it up.
Well, alright guys, we are all done with Elden Ring on the Asus G15 Advantage, and 1440p with ray tracing did just about as I expected. It didn't really do that much worse than 1080p. It's just the damn GPU does not really like ray tracing that much. I mean, it can do it and usually get you 30-ish FPS, which is why consoles target 30 FPS with the, ray tracing settings, because it's essentially about the same kind of GPU in there. Theirs is slightly better. I think theirs has higher memory bandwidth, so theirs can actually do a little better if they could actually go up in higher resolutions, but they never do actual 4K. They always stick around 1440p. So I don't know how much this thing's 192-bit bus affects 1440p and 1080p compared to a higher one. But that's one of the things they do have on this system. That, and they have a little teensy bit more RAM, not by much. They get like 13 point something gigs of VRAM to use, because they share their pool of system memory. They just have some GDDR6, and that's for the whole system. I think it only uses like 2 or 3 gigs for this OS, because it's a really simplistic OS. It doesn't need much. I think their PlayStation 5 is based off of some Linux something or other, and obviously Xbox's is some lowered version of Windows. So anyway though, that is all we got for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though it didn't do so great. And after this video, we'll go and try the secondary computer just for fun. I know the game's not ultra-wide supported, but I kind of want to see how a 3090 and a 5800X 3D do with the ray tracing. But we'll just, even though it says 3440 by 1440 in the settings, it's basically just 2560 by 1440. It's just gonna be normal 1440p. And then after that, we'll move on to the main computer. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace out, guys.